What got me to quit was actually Final Fantasy music. Yes, the video game. The live orchestra version of them is called Distant Worlds, and they happened to be performing, so I got a ticket to their show. Before going, of course, I had to ingest my green sludge, and I accidentally took too much. The main point that I want to highlight with this video is what actually helped me get off it, and so far, stay off it. And I think it's a really unique, interesting story that hopefully can help you guys if you're struggling to find your drive, you know, that kick that you need to finally throw that shit in the fire and burn it all up forever. This is now the longest I have ever gone since I discovered the plant over 8 years ago without taking it. That means every other time I quit, I ended up relapsing within, on average, I'd say 3 to 4 months. I don't think I really made it past 4 months. My pattern of use looked like this. I'd take it for about 8, stop taking it for anywhere from 2 to 4, which could also be seen as just taking a little break, and then I'd take it again for 6 to 8 months, and this continued for over 8 years. So you can see why I'm proud of myself now, because this is actually the longest that I have gone. Yay! Go Adam, go you! I currently have no urge to take it. Now I'm extremely cautious saying that, because I can be heard saying in other videos that I under no circumstances will ever take it again. I'm completely positive that I've quit, and I still ended up taking it again. So this is like a video showing the truth of what it's like being addicted to something. A lot of people deal with this. They go their entire lives sometimes going back and forth, or sometimes not even going back and forth, just being on the substance forever. And it's extremely detrimental to our health. And I don't mean in the obvious sense that drugs are damaging to the body. I mean in the sense of our mental health. For me personally, if I have to rely on an exogenous compound to feel good every day, it signals to my brain that I'm incapable of enjoying myself sober. It means I'm dependent on said compound to want to be here, to want to enjoy life. Every time I used to be the same. I'd start off with just once a day, and it would always escalate to anywhere from 8 to 10 times a day. And what would get me stuck in the pattern was this thought that, okay, now that I've quit and I've realized that I can enjoy life without it, I can take it sparingly. I'll just take it sometimes. It was this arrogant, stupid thought. My brain would trick itself into believing that I could manage it. And the truth is, I could not manage it. I just really couldn't. There are some compounds that I probably would never have an addiction to. Cannabis would be one of them. Recently, I've been enjoying cannabis, but it's not something that I feel I need to be happy. Versus when something's very addictive, like the Kratom was to me, I needed it every day. Without it, I would be miserable, which led me to being completely unproductive. I had no ambitions, no goals. It just put me in this very mellow state where I was just okay coasting. And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, if I don't have any ambition, if I don't have any goals that I'm striving to achieve, I'm not feeling good in my life. Now, there are some weird people out there who can, drink it every day and still maintain a healthy lifestyle. They can keep their use to just once or twice a day. And kudos to you guys. I'm not making this video to on you guys. I'm making this video to share my experience. I hope my experience doesn't offend you in any way. This really is just my experience. So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. What got me to quit was actually Final Fantasy music. Yes, the video game. My favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VII. The live orchestra version of them is called Distant Worlds, and they happened to be performing, so I got a ticket to their show. Before going, of course, I had to ingest my green sludge, and I accidentally took too much. So I remember sitting, in the audience, enthralled with this performance, all the nostalgia attached to it, and just feeling nauseous. And I was having such a difficult time enjoying the concert because of my nausea. And I remember thinking a few thoughts. One of them was, wow, being addicted to this sludge has completely ruined this experience for me. And the second one, and this is the more powerful thought, which is what was the catalyst to me quitting, was the music reminded me of a time when I didn't need any compound to feel good. I didn't need anything to get through the day except creativity. When I was younger, I didn't need anything but my imagination in order to feel happy. And I remember learning about drugs and, addiction in school and thinking, oh, that's ridiculous. That'll never be me. I'd never be addicted to anything. As long as I've got my imagination, why the heck would I need any drug? I love living in this head. And of course, life wears you down, and you no longer feel like all you need is yourself to be happy. And that's when these external substances parade on in, and they present themselves as your savior. Just drink this green slime and you will have no more problems for the next hour. And then your problems will get bigger and bigger. So you're going to have to drink more. And then when that wears off, your problems will be even bigger. And you know what? You better just drink it all day, every day. Otherwise, your problems are going to be inconceivably large and threaten your very existence. Metaphorically speaking, of course. The music really brought me back to a time when I felt content in my life. When I got that feeling, I just held on to it. I just kept that feeling alive. I just kept saying to myself, Adam, remember when all you needed was your creativity. And hey, I just really wanted to get that back. I didn't want to stay addicted to this green plant that was just not only depleting my drive, but it also destroyed my creativity. You need to have some drive to invite the creativity to come up to the surface. I really wanted my old self back. My, I guess you could say, authentic self. The version of myself that I remembered being more true to who I am at my soul level. I wanted that Adam back. And I quickly realized, instantaneously realized, that as long as I was drinking the green sludge, that Adam was never going to resurface. He was going to be kept pushed down. So the answer moving forward was simple. It was time to deal with the withdrawals again. And now I made it here, the longest I've ever gone without needing that slime. And I see no other course of action other than continuing not needing to take something every day in order to live. Like, guys, if I could do it, you guys can do it. I mean, I was drinking it 10 times a day. If I can make it through those withdrawals, you can make it through those withdrawals. I'm not special. I'm a wimp. Well, I don't want to call myself a wimp. I can be a wimp sometimes. And hopefully this video, which I've derailed a little bit, can help somebody out there, maybe make that New Year's resolution. We're almost at the new year. Best time to try to quit the bad habit. The thing is, I get asked this question a lot. People are always asking me, Adam, how did you quit? I'm stuck. And it's like, I can relate. I don't like making videos like this because I might be making it sound easy, and it's really not easy. It's really hard. It's really hard to get off something like that, especially when you've been taking it for years and years. The last time I took it, I genuinely thought that I was going to be taking it for the rest of my life. I was convinced. I was positive that this is it. This is just the rest of my life. I think part of what's kept me off it is I'm so scared to take it again. I am. I'm terrified to take it again because I am afraid that this next time would be forever. And that's not a state that I want to experience the rest of my life in. This perpetual feeling of chasing a high. I don't want to feel like that every single effing day. I mean, the odd time I take a stimulant, great. I can experience chasing the high on those days, but not every day. Please, God, not every day. So yeah, I think what's really kept me off of it is that fear. Because I went back so many times and I've built up this momentum now where it's been so long since I've taken it. I want to keep it going. What am I going to do? Let's say I have a really bad day, like a catastrophic day, and I fold, I go buy some. Then what? I'm just taking it again every day to feel normal. I'd rather just sit through those shitty feelings until they pass. Or if I have to take something that I'm not going to frickin' be addicted to and going to quickly need every day. Really, it comes down to finally accepting the truth. Like how I stopped finally is accepting the truth. The truth is I cannot take it sparingly. If I go and drink some right now, I'm going to be taking it every day. If you just hit the fast forward button from that first dose, within a month, I'm going to be on multiple doses a day. Within a month. I was actually stupid enough in the past to think that I could get away with using it sparingly. There are some things that I cannot control. That is one of them. Finally owning that, accepting that, was huge, paramount to kicking it. It's like, okay, fine, I accept it. Stubbornness, f off for a minute. There are some things I cannot control. I cannot control my dosing of this compound. I have two options. Stay on it for the rest of my life, keep this pattern going of 8 months on, 2 months off, whatever the frickin' heck it is, or stop forever and just deal with the shitty feelings. Thank fucking God I stopped forever. Hope this video can help some of you guys with your own addictions. I don't expect it will. I really don't expect it will. But if I help even one person with this, Mission successful. Now, it's not to say that I still don't battle with addictive tendencies. Having an addictive personality, as they say, isn't something that I think I'm just going to kick overnight. I still have to manage what substances I consume because there are some that I could easily find myself having some problems with. Like stimulants are one. I was taking the ADHD medication, which I've also quit. Been over 6 months since I refilled that prescription as well. I did them all around the same time. But having diagnosed ADHD, sometimes it is difficult to stay off those. They were prescribed to me by a doctor. And at times they did help. At other times they did not help. I think I am better off without it and trying to just work on myself au natural, the best way. I don't want to be reliant on a drug. I do not want to be reliant on something every day in order to enjoy my life. I'd rather embrace who I am and learn to work with my disadvantages, if you can call them that. It's more like learn to work with my neurodivergent brain and stop being so stubborn and figure out a way to move forward where I don't need to take anything, because that is when I am the most happy. I'm the most content when I don't need to take anything. I'm also a walking contradiction because I'm still taking TRT due to having low testosterone. But that's not like something that actually gives me any noticeable effects. At least I don't think so. I'm sure I would notice if I jumped off it, but I take a very average dose, 140 milligrams a week, sometimes less. And for those of you who don't believe me, some of you guys think that I'm on roids, and I'm not on roids. I take the testosterone therapy. That's it. I'm actually due for blood work, overdue. I got to go do it soon. I'm thinking I'll film it, and then maybe I can actually prove that I am not on any kind of a roid cycle. Why is it important to me to prove that I'm not on it? I don't know. It bugs me having people think things that aren't true. Because if I was taking some kind of steroid, I would talk about it. In fact, there is the chance in the future I will try it. I don't know. I am not nixing it off for 100% certainty. I might try something in the future. And if I do, I will videotape and document the experience. I have gone through periods years ago where I was taking more of the testosterone. But once I lowered the dose, all of the gains from that higher dose evaporated. And then I was like, what was the point? Even the strength dropped. I learned that there's really no shortcuts. Like if you want to maintain the size, you got to keep the dose up, which is unhealthy. I'm trying to be as healthy as I can be right now. I definitely drop the ball sometimes, like for real I do. But I'm doing my best. Hope this video can help some of you guys with your own addictions. I don't expect it will. I really don't expect it will. But if I help even one person with this, mission successful. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it with a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. More videos coming. YouTube's really hammering down hard on us right now, but I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm just going to keep doing my thing, and I think we're going to fucking come out of this. Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.